Good morning. Can everyone hear me? Can anyone hear me? Oh, good. Okay, thank you, Karen. I didn't know if I was just talking into the wind here. Oh, Adam thinks he's going to miss me. You're going to miss me. Uh-oh. Thank you, Kathleen. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. Good morning, Linda, Mikey, Kathleen, Karen, Adam. Let me scroll up here. Lisa, Ann. My goodness. I forgot about Sandra D, Adam. I was saying this was my inner Marilyn. Thank you. Hi, Laura, Jacksonville, Florida. Ingrid, good morning. And Sue, Wendy, hello, everyone. Thank you, Brenda. Well, I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you about my hair when the actual live stream starts. I mean, yeah, I know it's starting about 10 a.m. Good morning, Brenda. So how is everyone doing today? I see you guys are really piling in here. This is good, and it works better because I'm able to notify you beforehand now. So I kind of know what I'm doing, just not really. Don't depend on me. So I was excited to see everyone here. And when you're from Maine, because Maine is a big area without a lot of people, when you see someone from Maine, you get excited. So when Kathleen came on and said she was from Unity, I've been to Unity before. I stayed the weekend in this farm. I don't know how to describe it. I just stayed with some people. They were great. Got to live the country life. Yeah. Pieces, love, and quilting. Hello, hello. And Karen says it's raining in New Hampshire. Our daughter lives in Portsmouth. I don't know how close you are to there, but it's pretty overcast here and looking like rain here in northern Maine. Pouring in Rhode Island. Oh, thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. I wish I could have stayed all day at the retreat, but I had two different things going on. So I had Stephen Bland's quilt retreat, and then Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore, she had kind of a sew and chat all day, which was just fabulous. That was going on. Raining in Pennsylvania. What is it? This whole Northeast, is that all we've got is rain, guys? Wow. No wonder my knee hurts. I can tell weather with my knee, you know. You're welcome, Mikey. I'm glad I made your day. Mikey, do you mind moderating, helping to mod? Anne, well, hello. The sun is shining now after heavy rain in southwest Scotland. Okay, and I just want to take a moment to mention, and I know a lot of you know this, but just in case. Underneath the video, make sure you click live chat, and then the chat box will show up so you can see what everyone's typing. The reason I mention this is I used to go to live streams and I didn't know what people were typing. True story. Hi, Bettina, how are you? Laura says it's sunny and 73. Rain in Virginia, says Mikey. Karen, third day in a row in New Hampshire. Lucky you guys, huh, Karen? Lucy, hello. Okay. All right. So, Lisa, I know you're my mod. Mikey, I'm going to put you on as mod because I know you did that for me last time. And if you don't want to, just let me know and I'll take you off there. But thank you for that. Okay, Pieces, Love, and Quilting. Your name is Courtney because I have to write this stuff down because it takes me a while to remember. But welcome, and I'm glad to meet you. Okay. Hey, good morning. You finally caught alive. You're at work and listening, just listening. It's foggy and cool in Central Virginia. Oh, okay, Mikey. You want me to take you off for Maud? I can, no worries. Well, Sue's So's, usually people get a chair happy dance when it's their first live stream. So if you're just listening, you wouldn't see me. So I shouldn't do it? Is that what you're telling me? It's become a thing. So, anyway, I have so much to tell you guys. Well, show you guys this week. So, okay, Mikey, I'll take you off for now, and then next week you can do that, or whenever. You just let me know. You're in the driver's seat. Yeah, hi, Mona. Mona did what? Hello. Sue's So's. Oh no, let's see that. The fabric, that is all going to be coming up. I got about 3 minutes. I don't want to start until it is our 10 a.m. time slot. I know I have a lot of white going on here with my fan. It is so humid. I know it says it's 63 degrees here, but I don't know what the humidity is, but it's probably 100% because it's miserable. Absolutely miserable. But yeah, I usually, like when I film a tutorial, and when I used to film the What's Up Wednesdays, I didn't make lists, but I have a list of all this stuff to talk to you guys about because I didn't want to forget anything because there's so much in 1 week. Oh, you live for my happy dance? Okay, here we go. Are you ready? There we go. Now, Lisa, I want to ask you, are you happy that I made a fool of myself? We just have to know. Good morning, Tracy. It's so good to see so many people and so many new people. This is so exciting. Oh, Jan, did I say hello? I don't know if I saw you, sweetheart. Good morning to everyone. I always, like I say, I always feel like that woman from Romper Room with her magnifying glass or whatever going, I see, you know, Susie and this, and she'd go on and on. Oh, you're volunteering Courtney. Well, I have to ask her. Courtney, if you want a mod, I would certainly let you. We haven't been having a lot of trouble. Oh, Lisa's happy. Okay, as long as you're happy, you know. What was I going to say? I haven't been having a lot of trouble since I said subscribers only. I set it to subscribers only mode, and I don't put anything in the description box until after the live stream is over, other than join me or something like that. So, let's see. Kathleen says Miss Nancy. Okay, that's right. Yeah, see, I forget their names, so yeah, that's me. Hi, Doris. Good to see you. Keep forgetting it's Eastern time. Oh, okay. Thank you, Courtney. You don't mind moderating? I appreciate that. And if you would like to leave your link down below, anyone who has a channel, you go right ahead. You can tell us about your channel. You leave a link so in case anyone would like to go over and subscribe. Thank you for moderating. I appreciate that. Okay, now I have 10:01 a.m., which means it's time for the unveiling. So the first thing you all may have noticed is my hair. Okay, so last week we had a really short What's Up Wednesday because I had an appointment to have my nails done. So I got lavender, and then this is, my ring fingers are silver. So I like the color that they turned out. And then I had a weekend where, I mean, I had like 4 days. I wasn't doing that great. I didn't feel good. I do appreciate that. Thank you, Courtney. So my granddaughter came over on Sunday. Her and her boyfriend came over, and she used to highlight my hair, but I haven't had my hair highlighted for about 2 years. And it's not to cover gray. It's not for anything like that. I just did it for fun. So she does my hair. She gets it pulled through that little cute little cap you got there, and I'm just sitting there. And so she puts all the goop on my hair, and then she says, well, set the timer for 40 minutes, Mimi. And I said, no, I think it was like 70 minutes. And she said, no, I don't think so. She said, I think it was 40 minutes, Mimi. And I said, well, I'm going to set it for 60 because I'm positive. Okay, Mikey, we'll see you when you get back. I said, I'm positive it was that long. So I set it for 60 minutes. And I came out Marilyn blonde. No, it's not that blonde, but it's hair. And, you know, after a day or so, I was kind of like, you know, I like it. And, of course, I'll be getting a hair trim in about 3 or 4 weeks, so that's going to take off some of it. But either way, I like it. It's something different to look at. So you guys don't have to look at the same old face all the time. Okay, so there is a secondhand store, well, more than one, here in town. And my husband and I went by there last week. And what do you suppose I found? Actually, he found and showed me, but all right. Because, you know, a girl can never have too many zippers, right? So, there were, whoops, let me see, 2 6-inch zippers, and I got blue and gray. And then these were all 7-inch, deep purple, smoke gray, dark green, and beige. And then a white 9-inch, and these are all number 3s, and a 16-inch gray. And they were all 50 cents a piece. So I call that a win, right? A win. Oh, Marilyn, you're so sweet. Thank you. Lucy, that's what I said. It's hair. If I don't like it, you can cut it. You can redo it. That's what I say. Oh, you liked my face, Lisa. Well, my girl. Okay. Got those zippers, 50 cents a piece. I was a happy camper. We did find a few other things there, but they're nothing sewing related. But speaking of zippers, now Adam from Adam Sews had told me that he buys his rainbow continuous zips, you know, so they're not just one in, you know, they're like zipper by the yard, on AliExpress, AliExpress.com. He said they take longer to come in because you're buying directly from China. But whether you buy them from whoever, you're buying them from China one way or the other, most generally. I'm not going to say always, but a lot of times. Either way, he said they take a while to come in, but they're super cheap. Well, I had already ordered some on Amazon. Now, this is how it came. And I don't know. I would imagine that's just how it comes. But I don't know if you can see, but the teeth are rainbow colored. So you get different variations of pinks and yellows, blues, greens, teals, all that. And then I got 20 of the rainbow pulls. I know they're hard for you to see the rainbow part, but you'll have to take my word for it. These are rainbow zipper pulls, and you get 20 of those. And I think this was $7.99. I can't swear to it, but something like that. Really wasn't bad. So now I need to get a white one. Oh, while I am thinking of it, thank you to whoever went on my Amazon wish list and sent me something. I don't know who you are, but I really appreciate that. So thank you. That was an anonymous gift, and I do appreciate when someone does that for me. I really appreciate it. Hi, Marie. How are you? I'm glad you came. Oh, Mona, you bought some there? How long are you in the States, and how long did you wait for your zippers to come in? I just wondered, because when I went to look, their website was very confusing to me. Like, I typed in number 3 zippers and it was showing me number 5 zippers. So it was kind of like wading through it, and I didn't feel that great that day, so I didn't bother. But I would love to know. Thank you, Lisa. I think they're kind of cool. And for anyone who doesn't follow Adam, he just put out a new pattern that's available for sale now. And I have the pattern. I'm going to be making his zippered bag, and that rainbow zip is going to be used in one of those, because that's what it calls for. You can use a regular zip, but it calls for that. So I'm going to make my very first try of using it will be in that. So Mona, you're in Ohio usually a few weeks. Well, that's not bad. Adam, I didn't know you'd use number 5. Now, is that wider or just thicker? Good to know. But see, I'm making those necessary clutch wallets, and they definitely call for a number 3, and I don't know whether I could use a number 5 in there. Doris, I had wondered that too, but Adam puts out very quality items, and if he's been using their zips, I'm going to say their zips are good. Adam, can you speak to that? I mean, I had the same thoughts that Doris did. I really worried about it. And Mona uses a number 5 also. I haven't seen any links. Anyone who has a channel, you can ask, can the moderators please put in channels? I know there's Adam, and there's Pieces, Love, and Quilting. There's whoever has a channel, I'd like you to drop your link for everyone, please. Okay. In Canada, it can take 4 to 8 weeks. Adam, the same as your tape. Okay. All right. I didn't know that. I thought maybe it was a different width. I've never heard of Ohio Travel Bag, but I have ordered from Wawak before, Mona. I like their stuff. Okay. Lucy, the difference between the numbers is on the zipper itself. Let me see. Like the zipper pull and the zipper itself, like right here, the teeth will be a little bit bigger on a number 5. They're sturdier. You know how there's a difference between, like, if you had a zipper in the side of a skirt versus in a jacket, there's a difference in size. That's kind of a different size. So, all right. So Deborah, I will check them out. I've ordered from them before. Okay, Donna, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I'll get to that in just a minute, Mikey. Number 3 zips are not as wide. Mona says I use number 5 for wallet. Adam says it looks like a number 5. Well, it's marked as a 3. But I don't really know. I mean, it's marked as a 3. But I don't know. I don't know. Oh, the teeth are 5 millimeter. That makes sense. Okay, so what Mikey wanted me to let you guys know is I hadn't heard from him in a while, and if any of you who have been, I can't talk. Any of you who have been with me since the beginning, Mikey was one of my first subscribers, and he's always been around, but he kind of dropped off the radar there. And you know, when people do that, I think about them and I wonder, and you know, wonder what happened. Anyway, he messaged me the other day, and he would like to start selling handmade, hand-sewn items. So he told me he was going to use some of the things from my tutorials to sell. So we all want to wish him the very best of luck. All right. Yes, you can sew right over those, Mona. That's true. Okay, Deborah, good luck at your doctor's appointment, and we will see you on the replay. Okay, I got some happy mail. Now, one of these is going out, hopefully today, but I couldn't send it out to the person until I showed you guys. So, I don't know if you guys know her, and you may not because she's not a sewer, but there is a woman by the name of Gale Marshall, and I forget what her site is called, but I believe she's on Go Imagine. Either way, I found her through Lisa Marie Esposito, who sells the angels, the fabric angel, yo-yos, and all those. So, Gale makes cards, and oh boy, does she make cards. Now, this is this order. I have another order from her, and I don't know, I thought I showed you guys, but this is card number 1 that I bought. Now, see the 3-dimensional stuff here. Isn't that gorgeous? So, it's a blank card. And they all come with this little piece of foam. So I'm not sure how this would go through the mail. So to mail it, I'm personally going to put it in one of those bubble mailers. Cards by Mama, M-A-M-A-W Vegas. When I edit the description box, because there's not really anything in there now, I will leave her link so you guys can check out her cards. And of course I had to get, look at that, Autumn. And it's got some bling on it. Isn't that nice? Another blank card. But this one, oh boy. I mean, they're all good. What can you say? Good morning, Terry. Good to see you. Hey, wee bee. Oh, ray of sunshine. Everybody's talking about dreary days. If you scroll back up, it seems like it's raining all over the world. Wasn't there a song about that? It's raining all over the world. Okay, you guys ready for this? Remember, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Pink, think pink. Oh, this isn't the one. Where'd it go? What? That's not the card I wanted to show you. I mean, it is a card I wanted to show you, but the one that I really, the breast cancer awareness one, I must have taken it out and not put it back. All right, let's see. Okay, I have it now. I'm really, let's see. Troublemaker Terry. Hi, Kathy. Good to see you. Buying cracked corn. Yeah, but I thought Jimmy cracked corn. No, I don't care. Good morning, Carol. Oh, that's okay. We understand. All right, this is, okay, October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Are you ready for this pink, beautiful stuff? Look, look, look. I told her that I wanted a card made. I didn't want it to say the words breast cancer awareness or anything about it, but I wanted it to represent it. And that's what she did. Isn't that fabulous? Absolutely. So I will let you know in the comments, not in the comments, but in the description box below. I'll edit it within a couple of hours of the ending of the live stream, and I will leave her link below. And she is, she packages everything up so sweet. See, it says shop small and support handmade. And we need to support the small businesses. And see how her packages come? Isn't that cute? She has a little thank you on there. And then inside there was this, and she said, "Dear Marie, thank you for supporting my small business. Regards, Gale." So it's all the little touches, guys. It is. And you know that they're handmade, and that makes them even more special to give out. I love how she put Happy Mail right there on it. Okay. And next. Do you guys remember me saying, yes, she did do a beautiful job on all her cards. She absolutely did. Thank you for that, Mikey, and thank you for everyone for wishing him good luck with his endeavor. I'm sure what he'll do is probably get a website or a Facebook page or something up and going at some point. I agree, Lisa. She did a wonderful job, and she's out of Las Vegas, Nevada. and she's really super nice. She gets back to you quickly, and you can custom order, or you can just order. And I think she has a thing where you get a free card with so much of a purchase, or free shipping with so much of a purchase. Okay, do you guys remember when I did the opening of my Happy Mail last week, and Nanny B had sent me Vegemite from Australia? The little jar of Vegemite. And I hadn't tried it. I tried it yesterday morning, and I filmed me trying Vegemite for my first time. So any of you in the States that don't know what it is, I should have brought it up. Vegemite comes, well, at least the one I've got, is a little jar about yay big, about that big around, and it has a very thick, probably a little bit thicker than peanut butter consistency, and it looks really dark. So the first thing I did when I opened it was I gave it a little whiff, and I thought, it smells like beef bouillon. Well, it doesn't. It smells salty. But my first thought was bouillon. And so she had already instructed me, as well as a few of my subscribers. You guys were great about it. She said, butter your toast. And then take a very thin, just barely put it on there. And so she had sent me a picture of what it should look like, and that's what I did. And I filmed it. So my question is this: would you guys like me to share it on the Facebook group so that you can see me trying Vegemite for the first time? I did use lots of butter because I always do, so I put it on my 12-grain bread, but thank you for asking, Anne. Terry, I don't know. Yeah, I did taste it, but would you like to see the video? Because if you guys would like to, I'll certainly post it, but I will post it over on the Facebook group because it's just like a minute. But ever since the 1980s, from that song by Men at Work where they talk about a Vegemite sandwich, I always wondered what it was. So she bought me some and mailed it in my last package. So, you know. All right, I guess that's a yes. So later today, I will post on Facebook. I'm going to write this down. Vegemite. Kathy says, why not? You guys just want to laugh at me. You don't know yet whether I liked it or whether I didn't. Because from what I heard, people either love it or they hate it, and there's no in between. What will it be? What did I think? Terry's waiting to see my face. Oh, HE double hockey sticks. Lisa says, you cracked me up. Okay. So, thank you to everyone who purchased the boxes. 2 of these are spoken for, which means we still have 2. For anyone who doesn't know, they're just a box made with a yardstick on the side, wooden bottom. I use mine beside my sewing machine to round up all my items. Whoops. And they fill up very quickly. We have 2 available because 2 of these are spoken for. They're $10 plus shipping, and we accept PayPal and Venmo only. The only reason I can't do a check is it's difficult for me. I don't have a car, so I have to take a bus. So if I have a check, I have to schedule the bus to take me to the bank and drop me off, and I have to go in to cash a check, and then I could wait a half hour standing there for a bus. So I'm just going to go to the other thing. Okay, so before we go on, I'm going to show you what else I have. Goodness. I did it now. I finished, if I can ever get it uncaught, 2 bags. I had these started, so I finished them. They're 2 tote bags, and these are also available for sale. They're $30 a piece. They're completely quilted. This one has Pellon in it. The other one has 2 layers of cotton batting and is a little bit thicker, but they're both fairly firm. They have double pocket. I'm going to flip this inside out. They have a double pocket inside. And you can put your phone in one side. And I put my keys and hand sanitizer in the other. And they have my little tag. So, I have 2 of these, $30 plus shipping, which shouldn't be too much. If anyone wants one, just let me know, and it's first come, first serve. And that's enough about that. All right, let me see. Kathy, they have a quilt sampler book at TSC. I don't know what TSC is. Okay, Terry, what would you like one of? I'm sorry. Yes, Doris, your box should be coming in by Friday. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, Lucy, I haven't looked into that, but thank you about that. I actually haven't looked into that. But yeah, I figured I better get those bags finished, so I was feverishly working this morning to top stitch them before today because I cut them out and sewed, or I didn't cut them out, I sewed the charm squares together when Adam and I filmed our Zoom chat. And then I didn't get them quilted until this past Saturday when I was on the online quilt retreat and Brenda's sew-in chat. So I was like, I have got to get these things finished. Okay, Terry would like a box. You can send me your address unless I have it over Facebook Messenger. Thank you, Terry. Mikey says we have the exact same phone. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you guys know how I don't allow any sales of any kind on my Facebook group. That's not just for others, that's for me as well. But because I don't want to go through making an Etsy shop or anything like that, yesterday I made what's called a Facebook page, and I don't know a whole lot about it, okay? I just don't. So what I want to do is, I have a lot of things from the craft fair or just things I've made and I continue to make that I would like to sell. And so what I thought of, and I am throwing this out there to see what you guys think. I thought I'd make a page which is separate from my group called Marie's Scrappy Creations page, where I could sell my items, take pictures, post them for sale, or whatever. What do you guys think of that? Like, I think what I'd have to do is say, well, you have to be a subscriber to my group to come to my page. I don't know. Thoughts? Thoughts? Oh, let me catch up. Yes, I hadn't thought about that as far as depositing checks with phone. I will look into that. Okay, what are we talking about? Tractor Supply, I'm sorry. I'm losing it. Oh, Tractor Supply. Okay, the quilt sampler book. Got you. Okay. It just takes me a minute, Kathy. Well, there's just a lot going on. Terry, yeah, my PayPal is not my... I'll have to message you because a lot of people make the mistake of thinking it's my Marie's Scrappy Creations email, and it is not. I've had this PayPal account for many years before this channel, so I will, you know, if you message me or email me, it doesn't matter which, I will give you that information. But I've been telling people it usually costs about $3.50 to mail the box, but postage just went up, a 40-cent increase, and then it's gone up across the board. I had told someone last week that it would be about $4, and it was a little over $5, so I was surprised. Hi, Tracy. You go there all the time. You'll have a look. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Courtney. I don't know anything about it. Thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate you subscribing. And everybody seems to be on board with that. Okay, great. Now, last Wednesday, I cut it short because I had my nail appointment. And afterwards, I told you guys I was going where? Marden's. What? You think I might have bought fabric? Do I look like someone who would go buy fabric? I did. Okay, are you ready? Now, I filmed a little bit while I was there, but because I don't pre-film my What's Up Wednesdays, I really can't show you guys. But I will tell you that they had a whole bolt of Heat and Bond. Well, I'll get to that in a minute. So I already had some of this fabric, but I bought some more New England Patriots fabric. Okay, $7.99 a yard. Normally, I don't pay that much. I know some of you, that's what you pay or more, but locally, that's not what we pay. When I buy online, I do. I saw this little chick fabric, and that's adorable, and that was $6.99 a yard. But look at the little chicks. Is that not cute? Cute, cute. And Rose Whaley had sent me a postcard a while back. And I love that fabric in the center. Isn't that like the cutest fabric? And then she made a quote block and sent me the picture of it. So when I saw this at Martin's, imagine my surprise at finding the same fabric. And this was $4.99 a yard. Now this is last week, okay? One more fabric. Okay, so I saw this medical fabric. Thought it was nice. A very light gray background. Also, $4.99 a yard. I was going to say a pound. I went shopping for chicken that day. Oops, I got to catch up. Oh, Terry, that's okay. You can just wait and I'll weigh it out. It depends on the person's zip code and things, too. Yes, Lucy, welcome to the holidays, for sure. Oh, Terry, I agree. When you need fabric, you have to. Yes, you do, Mikey says. Love, love, love the chick fabric, says Kathy. And it would be great to dress a kitchen. See, that's what I want to do. I want to make the pot holders, the bowl cozy, the jar opener, the hanging towel, the whole bit. Lisa says, we have a family tradition that involves ugly chickens. Can you adopt me? Hey, Louise. I'm assuming your name is Louise. Hello, hello. New subscriber watching all the way from Wales, UK. So nice to finally catch a live. Well, I'm glad you're here. Woo, 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 woo. Ah, it's the chair happy dance. Welcome. I don't know if you're a member of my Facebook group, but there is a Facebook group, Louise, called Marie's Scrappy Creations, and I'm going to be uploading a video today because someone sent me Vegemite and I tried it for the first time. But welcome to our live stream. Hugs and love from Sylvia there. All right, so while I was at Martin's, they had some interfacing. They never have interfacing. Well, you never know what they're going to have, but I've never seen interfacing at Martin's before. So they had it, and this was 60 inches wide, okay? Let me get the tag out here. This is Heat and Bond fusible, and it was heavyweight. Heat and Bond heavyweight. Okay. So I got 1 yard by 60 inch. Sorry, I just can't wrangle it. It's huge. It's 60 inches one way, a yard the other way. And what was it? $2.49, I think I paid. No, $4.99. I'm sorry, I have my sales slip somewhere, but it's not on here, so I don't remember. But they had a whole bolt of it. They had a bolt, but it wasn't 60 inches wide. The bolt was 20 inches wide by 25 yards, and it was $39. Now, I didn't know whether to buy it or not, because, number one, I have some fusible that looks similar to that, but it's not the Heat and Bond brand. It's Pellon, and I didn't know what the comparison was. I also didn't know how much that bolt should run. Now, I don't have a data plan on my phone, so it's not like I could just go online and check it out on my phone. I couldn't do it. So I didn't buy it. I left. I don't know. I didn't know. I didn't know if it would work well in my wallets. I didn't know if it would work well in my tote bags, and I didn't want to spend $40 if it wasn't going to be right. So Martin's has this saying, okay? Their logo is, I should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's. And the reason for that is they buy this stuff really cheap and they sell it really cheap. So if you don't buy it, someone else will, and then it's not going to be there, because it's not like a Target or a Walmart where they keep getting the same stuff in, because they don't. It's a one-time deal. So I didn't buy it. So my husband and I, that was last week, we went to Martin's yesterday because I needed, okay, remember this fabric? This is for, one of my subscribers has ordered one of the NCW wallets from me, and she liked dragonflies or fireflies, and this was the fabric I bought. It's a Hoffman digital print. It's gorgeous, but I didn't have anything to match with it. So yesterday I took this to Martin's with me, and these are what I bought yesterday for fabric. Are you ready? And I will catch up on comments in a moment. I bought a blue, a mottled blue, and this was the 108-inch wide, so I only bought a half a yard because it was $3.98 for a half yard, but that's, like I said, the really wide stuff. And then I bought the royal blue or medium blue kind of mottled print, and that was a little cheaper per yard. And then, because there is purple in there, I don't know if you can see the purple or not, but I also needed it for another project. I bought the mottled purple. But that I bought a yard of because it was regular width and it was $3.99. Whoops, $3.99 a yard. So now I finally have everything except for one thing to be able to start her wallet. I'm just waiting on the rivets to come in on Thursday. All right, so was that the end of my shopping? Nay, nay. Hi, Betty. Okay, so there was this, which I really like this fabric. Could be used for kitchen things, wallets, any number of things, and that was $4.99 a yard. When I found this, I thought, what's wrong with it? Okay, you see this fabric? Nothing, I mean, it's cute. And I checked to see if it was thin. It wasn't thin, but it was $1.99 a yard. So I bought a yard. Last. Some RN fabric. It says, encourage, support, comfort. Nurses are the real heroes. Very cute fabric. Now this was $6.99 a yard. But I had to have pink to go with it because I'm terrible. I don't have solids. I just don't. I have scraps. That's what I have. So I'm trying to slowly build up and get some solids. So I bought a pink that will match with this, as well as a few other things that I have. And I really liked that pink. And that was $4.99 a yard. All right. I'm going to go catch up. Okay. Kathy says, my friend had a chicken named Ugly Betty. Lisa, happy dance. Doo-doo. Casserole size hot pad. I actually have done that, Wendy. One of my first videos, so I will send you a link. I'll write that down. Wendy. Link. I made it so that I could take my 9x13 pan out of the oven and set it down on it with a little space to spare. I hope, but of course you could always enlarge it. You could always change it to whatever size you want. I'll send you the link sometime today, Wendy. Oh, wait, you're not Wendy H. Are you on the group, Wendy? Are you on the Facebook group? Because I can go grab a link if you want. if you're not. Yes, Louise, we'd love to have you on the Facebook group. None of the links are in the description box right now because I don't put them there until after a live stream. But if you go to Facebook, just type in Marie's Scrappy Creations and there you'll find us right there. Oh, there, Terry. See? I knew I kept you around here for something. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Louise says, it's such a shame we don't all have the places to buy fabrics over here. I'm so jealous listening to you describe all the gorgeous places you've been to buy fabric. Well, we actually have the one place. And I'm not saying that I don't, because I'm very lucky to have that. But a lot of places, Louise, they have like Joann Fabric, Hobby Lobby, and all these places. I don't have that. I don't have any craft store around here. Martin's is a discount and salvage store that actually happens, luckily enough for me, to have fabric. But, you know, a lot of people will say, oh, I used a coupon and got 50% off at Joann's. For me to get to Joann's, I have to drive an hour down a country road to hit the highway and then drive a little over 2 hours south. It's just not feasible especially because I don't have a car, I don't drive. So, yes. But I live in a very rural area where we don't have craft stores. But I do apologize. I know that it's probably hard for you to see that. I do feel bad. But I am lucky enough to have Martin's. I am. Betty says, made it slow day at work, waiting on cattle for the harvest floor. Oh, I scrolled. We need a Martin's here. You do. I thought the blue and purple were nice too, Kathy. I really did. See, Terry says, I have no solids in my life. It's the chaos that speaks to me. Scraps and printed everything. That's been my life. You just described my fabric life in a few sentences. But where I'm branching out into these wallets and things like that, you know, I need to have the solids for sure. Yeah, you earned your keep. Okay, Wendy, if you can, send me a message on the Facebook group. Send me a private message, and I will send you the link in reply. How's that? Not a worry, Courtney. We're just glad you're here. You're fine. Good morning, Mary. How are you? Glad you joined us. You're going to have to watch some of the replay because you've missed a whole lot of good stuff. I just got done showing fabrics. Yes, she sounds busy. Okay, Louise, I'll let you in as soon as I am off. Actually, I can go right on there right now and allow you in. How's that? Let's see. I need to find you here. I guess I'll have, oh, there we go. Approve. All right. There, you're in. Okay, thank you, Terry. Try to do two things at once here. I am not much of a multitasker. Okay, thank you, everyone. Marie, did I see a vintage sewing machine as your thumbnail? You did. It's not mine. It's just a picture. I do have some vintage sewing machines, and one of these days you guys are going to see them. I have a very old treadle machine. I have a Singer 90. What is it? A 9015. I'm sorry. I'm terrible with remembering the names and such. Okay, Terry, I don't know where you sent me a message, but all right. Lisa, oh, I know, Courtney. I think my age, I'm only 39 again, is slowing me down. Hey, I'm 39 too. I just had a birthday. I was 39 last year too. I can play. I can play that game. All right. Before I forget, the creative word of the day is going to be fat quarter. 2 words. What else did I buy at Martin's? Fat quarters. Would you guys like to see? Yes, $15.91. That's it. Yeah, I do. It needs work. I can't get it. There is something wrong, and no matter what we have done, we've watched YouTube tutorials that say, oh, these things are just so straightforward to work on. It's easy peasy. No, it's not. This machine, the bobbin thread messes up, although I think it's from the top tension. But anyway, yeah. All right. Got to show you the fat quarters I got from Martin's before I forget to show you, but that is the creative word of the day. So for anyone new, and please don't use the word in this chat box. Wait till after this video is finished, after this live stream is finished, and put it in the comments below the video. Thank you. Okay, so these were the 75-cent fat quarters. I had this from a few years ago that I bought at Walmart, and it made for some cute items. The ruler boxes. Laura, if you would like the second one that's available, it is yours. Just send me a message on the group or an email at mariescrappycreations@yahoo.com. But I've written down, and so you've got the second one. But yes, you can send a Facebook message. All right, the second fat quarter. Isn't that cool? It's like a tie-dyed pink for 75 cents. And then we have the purple circles that look like they're lines of stitching. Okay. Now we're getting into the really pricey stuff. You guys ready? Thank you, Jan, for the reminder. Yeah, Terry, I think it's a top tension too, but we can't figure it out. We've done everything that every tutorial has told us to do to fix this, and it won't come out of it. My husband cleaned this whole machine, put it all back together. It's a beautiful machine, but I do need to get it. There is a guy, I think I told you guys, Kermit, Kermit, who fixes machines, but I have to get someone to come pick up the machine and take it to him for me, so that makes it difficult. Okay, here we're getting into the expensive fat quarters. $1. I'm teasing. So this one was $1. I love the print. I love the color. It's beautiful. And then because purple seems to be my new favorite color, and like I said, I need solids, and those count as a solid in my book. Now, one of our sons, because we had quite a few of our boys served as well as one daughter, but one of our boys was in the Marines, and I saw this print for $1, and I thought I could make him a Christmas gift, like a zippered bag or something. Oh, and I got the one to go with it. See the brown to kind of match with it. What do you think? Huh? Yeah. Okay. I do not have a you mean some kind of tool that's a tension gauge? Is that what it's called? I have no idea what that is, so probably I don't. But Jan, thank you for reminding everyone to give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Let's see, it's a $15.91, Courtney. It's a Singer. Kermit, yeah, great name. Yeah, because if you guys don't remember the story, I will give you the quick version. I Googled sewing machine repair in my area, knowing that we're very rural, and the last time I tried, there just isn't anyone. So if you get a machine, you're on your own, unless you go to Bangor, which again is an hour down the road until you hit the highway, and then you got to go 2 hours or a little better south. Okay. All right. So we don't have one here. So I Googled it, sewing machine repair in my area, and I got this vacuum and small machinery something or other, and I call this guy, and he's very he's not grumpy, I don't mean that, he's just very short, terse, kind of to the point, slow, And I said, yes, I Googled and it says that you fix sewing machines. Nope. I said, well, do you know anyone that does? Yep. And so he goes on. He says, you need to talk to Kermit. I said, well, who's Kermit? He said, oh, he used to be the postman up there. I think he said New Sweden or something. And I said, you have a last name? He says, no, it's just Kermit. Okay. You guys, I Googled and found Kermit, the old postman, the retired postman. I did, and I talked to him on the phone. But at that point, he couldn't take my machine in because he had other ones that were ahead of it. So, and I haven't gotten back to him, but I will. I wanted my treadle fixed, but he said although he has always fixed treadles in the past, they're too heavy, and he doesn't have a space to store them while he fixes them. But he said the $15.91, once I have my son bring it in or something, it would be $60, which I thought was really reasonable. He takes the whole thing apart, cleans it, oils it, does whatever. The only thing he charges more for is if he has to buy parts. Otherwise, he has it in working order for $60. Let's see. That's okay, Mikey. You can watch the replay. I always enable that so you can go back and watch the replay. The only thing that's not available immediately is the live chat. Sometimes you have to wait till later the night or the next day after. Let's see. The evil grin before she showed us the fat quarters. You did see that, didn't you? See, that's a blonde coming out in me. I'll just have you know that. Did you watch AndyTube on YouTube? He shows you the gauge and how to use it. I don't remember the name, but I don't remember a gauge, so I will have to look into that. Hey, Janice. Yes, better late than never. It's so good to see you. That's it, Terry. They are reliable. And when I first got that, I sewed, even though it didn't sew direct, like really well, it wasn't a neat stitch, put it that way. That thing will sew through anything. Like, I want to sew on that machine. And it's in a cabinet. And then plus, my mother gave me the sewing stool that went to my grandmother's $15.91 that my mother still has and that I will have someday. But I have the little chair that went with the whole built-in cabinet thing. But, yeah. I agree. They're reliable. Okay, let me see. So, I showed you guys the tote bags for sale. I showed you the bags. I told you about the Vegemite, the continuous zipper tape, the Mardens. Oh, I didn't finish Mardens. You guys thought I was done, didn't you? Are you ready? Is everybody listening? Okay. So, I had looked at this stuff. And like I said, this was 60 inches wide. They were selling it by the yard. So I bought a yard of this. So in the meantime, Adam from Adam Sews tells me that that's what he uses a lot of. So once I had that yard home, I kind of know what it is then. I know basically what it is. So I should have bought it when I saw it at Martin's, because usually when you go back, it's not there. But it was. I got a whole bolt. So it was 20 inches, right? 20 inches? Yeah, 20 inches by 25 yards for $39.99. So the cheapest that I found it online, I didn't do a whole lot of searching, was about, I think it was right around $48. So either way, I saved some money. Plus, it's handier to have the bolt, even though I really need to buy a new bolt of cotton batting because I'm getting low. This is what I bought because I will be using it on my wallets and a lot of the upcoming Christmas projects and gifts. So, yeah, I did. And it was there. That's the amazing thing. When I went, I was like, it's still there. Someone did not buy that. Like, you know, what? So, yeah, because it said whole bolt $39.99, and I'm like, it's still there. And they had whole bolts of fabric. I wish it would have been something I could use, but it wasn't. They had like Anna from Frozen with a pink background, and I had a yard of that like 3 or 4 years ago. and I still have half of it left. So there was no sense. They had the whole bolt for something like $10, the whole bolt. And I was like, it's not going to do me any good because I don't use what I have already. So, it is similar to, you give me just a second, I'm going to tell you, because I have a whole box full of different interfacings. And it is similar to the Pellon, the other Pellon that I use. What is it? Just because you asked, I can't tell. It's not as thick as the Craft Fuse by Pellon, but I bought it before from Pellon and I loved it. And I can't tell you what it is. I can't remember the number. I'm sorry. But when I think of it, Terry, I will let you know, because I bought it to make t-shirt quilts and it was the Pellon brand, and this is the same stuff. It's a heavyweight interfacing. So, there, I wrote it down. But it is interfacing. Yeah. Because it says here, it's a non-woven, or woven, I don't know. What is it? It's iron-on, tricot fusible interfacing, adds soft, flexible support to all knits and woven fabric. Woven fusible interfacing has minimal stretch and adds stability and strength to fabrics. And if I could read Spanish and French, it has that too, but I'm not bilingual, unfortunately. I could have made crib sheets from it. Well, I could have, but it had that glittery stuff all over it, and I already had that nightmare when I first cut that stuff. Someone had asked me to make masks from it, and I had that gold and silver glitter falling off that fabric, and it actually got down inside my machine. I wasn't a happy camper, but yeah. We talked Kermit, we talked Kismet. No, I know it was a great price, and they had other fabrics, but it just, they had some fabrics that were nothing. And when I say nothing I would use, there's a reason that they were selling them by the bolt, because they bought a bunch of them and it wasn't selling. So, you know, but single-sided fusible, yes. Yes, Courtney, I believe it's the 44F. I believe you are correct. Thank you. Hate glitter. Yeah, I know, that's it. And this stuff had glitter on it, and I wasn't going there again, because you clean it up and then like 2 weeks later you're cutting something and you've got glitter stuck to your project. It's not good. Yeah, I have a t-shirt quilt to do. Courtney, our oldest daughter, just brought a great big polo bag full of our grandson Tyler's t-shirts, because he just left for college. So she cleaned out his closet, because I was going to make him a t-shirt quilt as a graduation gift. So I wanted all his, like his sports t-shirts and things like that. Well, she just brought me everything and said, just do what you want to with it. So now I get to do what I want to with it, and I have a whole bolt of interfacing. Oh. Okay, speaking of interfacing, with people who know about interfacing, I have never bought a double-sided interfacing. Do you like them? Do you not? Maybe that's a discussion I should ask the question over on the Facebook group, because then everyone can get the feedback as well as everyone can read everyone's answers. So I'm going to ask that over on the group. Okay. When my kids were little, my mom would buy them crafts to do, and she would bring glitter to my house. Thanks, Mom. I made her take it home and said they can use it at your house. Absolutely. Courtney has 2 orders for t-shirt quilts. Yeah, see, my problem is I'm going to end up having to quilt them on my machine, and my neck and shoulders are going to give me trouble, so I'm only going to be able to straight line quilt it at best. Glitter from greeting cards. Okay, I had one other question, just because I've never asked you guys. Do you guys, when you sew, do you play chicken? Speaking of chickens earlier, you know. Do you know what I mean? I was sewing this morning. Let me pull that off the bobbin. Now, I've had shorter pieces of thread, but it just reminded me to ask you guys, do you like to play chicken too? Do you play that little game where you say, oh, I can get to the end of that. I can get to the end of that row before I change my bobbin. Glitter pants. Okay, let's see. I don't use double-sided. Sometimes bobbin. You got it, Terry. Okay, everyone. I thought that was fun. I told you I had a lot to talk about this week. That was close, Terry. And Doris plays it all the time. I always have done that. Like, I've always said, let me see if I can get to the end before I change that. And the other day when I was quilting up those tote bags, I had 3 bobbins I was trying to use up, and they all had a little bit on there. So I was playing that down every strip of that. But I love playing chicken with my bobbin. Maybe we should start a post. There we go, another one. For playing chicken. I am going to post a picture of my bobbin, and we'll play chicken over on the Facebook group and see what people do. That's right, Terry. We don't want any. We're not wasting thread around here. Of course, I say that, and then I take my tweezers and I carefully put it behind my stitches and all that. But you know, yeah. You do use it at times, and that's it, Jan. There are times where I could see myself using it, and times where I'm like, no, it wouldn't fit in this project. You know, but you know. Yeah, Mikey, we'll take care of that. You can message me or email me and I can help you. Not that I'm great with stuff. I never know what to charge, but I can help you with that. Yeah, it does sound like fun, Terry. Betty says, I know if there was a Martin's near me, it would be dangerous on my wallet. It definitely would. Joann's is close to me. I'm the coupon queen. See, I've never once used a Joann fabric coupon. I don't have them to use, so, you know, yeah. But that is good, Betty. I bet you do. My mom has always done that. Stella Ann says, Martin's seems like a great place to shop. It is, if you know your prices, because you go in there, sometimes things are overpriced. Take, for instance, they had a bunch of bags that came from another retailer, and this was a few years ago. Reusable bags. Now, they weren't Walmart bags, but let's just pretend that they were. They said the name of a department store, and this was 2 or 3 years ago. At the time, the department store itself was selling them for $1 a piece. Martin's had them for $2. So, not everything is a deal. You really have to know what you're buying. You know, you do. And like with the fabric, once it's cut and you take it, you don't take it back. And there can be flaws. So the best thing to do, and it isn't often, but the best thing to do is to open the fabric up off the bolt before you say, cut me a yard, or when they open it up, you look. If you guys go back and look at my tote bag tutorial that I did with the ones like this, the ones that look like this, I think it was 3 weeks ago. If you go back and look at my tutorial, I had black fabric for the lining, and when I had that flipped to the wrong side, you could see where the dye was not done. It didn't show on the front, so to me that wasn't a deal breaker. But I have bought things from Martin's, some fabrics that have had like a flaw right through that I've had to cut around, but for the price, you still, unless you're buying it as a backing and you really can't afford to have that flaw on there, if you're just cutting it up, then yeah. All right, let's see. And I'm crocheting with the Yarn Maker glitter yarn by Birch. No mess for me on my fingers. I have never used glitter yarn. Well, no, I take that back. I had some wool that had like a string of Yeah, I did a pair of socks. That was the only time. It had like a little strand of a glittery thread through it. I lose at bobbin chicken every single time. Oh, I bet you win sometimes. There's got to be sometimes. Oh no, Laura says I lose bobbin chicken every time. Well, see, I don't know. I don't know what my advice is on that. But we're going to start a game of bobbin chicken on the Facebook group. I think it will be fun. And we can show, oh, I almost made it. Because there's always that. And who doesn't love that? Oh, I can make it till the end of the row. And then you sew and you're this far from the end and you have to take out all your stitches because it's top stitching. And you played one game of bobbin chicken too close, right? Let's see. I sometimes use up my bobbins as my top thread. I do that too. I also save longer pieces if I can hand sew with it. I turned into my mother. We all do. We all do. You know, that's the thing. I used to say, I'm turning into my mother. But that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Tracy says, I used to work at Joann Fabrics. I would spend most of my paycheck at the store. See, you know what I want, Tracy, is each Joann Fabric sells state fabric. Like, I want state of Maine fabric. Now, I went online and looked, and I can't find anything. The thing that gets me about Joann is I have to order online. So, number one, I have to order a certain amount to get free shipping, and I'm not paying for shipping. Number two, I'm a scrap sewer. I rarely buy more than 1 yard, but to get at Joann's, you have to have that 2 yard minimum cut, and it drives me crazy. For online. So before anyone asks, that's online only. You have to 2 yard minimum cut. Well, I'm a scrap sewer. If I bought 2 yards of something and it's not going on a quilt backing, it's going to take me the rest of my life to use it, most generally. But anyway, so I have been trying to get some state of Maine fabric from Joann Fabric for about 3-4 years now, and I can't hit it right, and I think I'm going to end up, when they finally have it, getting 2 yards. But then I can't get it on sale. I can't seem to hit it because I don't get the coupons and stuff. Maybe they have them online and I just don't know. But anyway, all that from you used to work at Joann Fabric. Sorry about that. I go off on a tangent. Mary, I used to, but my machine don't let me play chicken. It tells me when you run out. Oh, that must be a newer machine. Oh no, it's spoiling all the chicken fun. Or is that chicken run? Chicken fun. Once I finish my cardigan, I'll send you a picture via messenger. I would love that. I love all your pictures, Anne. Thank you. And I also appreciate you and all the others who understand that I love to get messages, emails, all that, but I can't always reply because if I did, I wouldn't even be able to live my life. I just love you guys to pieces, and I try to reply when I can. But some days it's not always possible. But I would love to see that. And Terry, I love my mom. We were the same in many ways. I miss her. She was our queen. Absolutely. I'm lucky enough to still have my mom. She's going to be 90 in June, and she is just as sweet and dear to me. Just love her. I'm sorry. And I can't keep talking about that because I'll cry. I know with the 2 yards to purchase, forget it. Yeah, that's it. Like, who needs 2 yards, right? Wendy, there's the Wendy I thought I was talking to earlier, but it was Wendy T. Joann coupons for free shipping and 60% off I use for my warm and natural batting. Great deal. Okay, for anyone wondering, not that you wonder, Wendy lives, remember when I said for me to get to a Joann Fabric, I've got to go 42 miles down this Route 1? And I hit the highway. Well, right before I hit the highway is where Wendy lives. She lives in that area. So are you saying that you drive to Bangor, Wendy, or do you use those coupons online? Because that is a good deal on the warm and natural. I buy it by the bolt. I would love to be able to use a coupon. So, yeah, Anne, why don't you pick, when you finish that, post it right on the Facebook group. Say, I just finished knitting this cardigan. Put it right on there. Yeah. That would be me if I worked at Joann's, Mikey says. You and me both, buddy. You and me both. Bedtime. And thank you so much for staying up late with us. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams and all that. Has an app for coupons. You can use it online. Good to know. Good to know. I will hug her. I've only seen her once in the past 4 years because she lives 4 hours away. But like I left her a video message yesterday. I try to call her and, you know, this and that as often as I can. But thank you, Terry. We love talking sewing and all that stuff. Got 9 yards of batting at Walmart for $48. You hope that was a good deal. The last time I bought batting from Walmart, I bought a bolt. And hold on, I'm going to grab it. I bought it online. I have to move my tripod here. Okay. It was Pellon Nature's Touch Natural Cotton with Scrim. And I bought it, I believe, for $42. The thing with Walmart, you look online. The first time I bought this on Walmart, it was $37.99 on special. And I didn't know it was on special. Second time I bought it, I believe I paid $42 for it. And then the other day I looked and it was $47. So I do need some because, as you can see, this is all I have left. But I'm going to hold off a week or two if I can, just to see if the price comes down, although I'm not really sure about that because prices have been going up on cotton. So, thank you, Mikey. Yes, 96 inches by 9 yards. That's, I believe, what mine is. Yep, 96 by 9 yards, 8.2 meters, made in USA. Yeah, same one. So we've got the same one. And it's good quality cotton. It absolutely is. Let's see. Doris says, my aunt and uncle lived in Belfast. I know where that is. Their kids are scattered all over Maine. Well, I've been scattered all over Maine. I'm up in Aroostook County, known as the county now. It's a bolt. Pellon 8020. Oh, mine's 100% cotton. Yeah, mine's just oh no, I say that. Mine's 90% cotton, 10% olefin. What's... It said, when I know when I ordered this, it told me it was cotton. Well, I guess I'm not going to... I like the 100% cotton. I'm going to have to go look. Oh my goodness. Usually buy Wrap and Zap on the bolt at Walmart for around $50. How big is that, Doris? What's your width and length, if you remember? Scrim. Okay. I didn't always know what scrim was either. When you open this up, I don't know if you can see or not, but there's a little bit of it that's thin at the end. And what it is it keeps it from stretching and going all different ways, because some of it can do that. So let's see. But yeah, if you Google scrim, it's got a much better answer than what I just gave you. But it does help to keep it from stretching. I know that. Laura just looked up Maine fabric on Joann Fabric, reduced from $14.99 to $4.50. Does it say, like, see, there's a few different ones. I should have been really specific, but thank you for looking. The one I'm looking for, yes, it has lobster, although I don't care about lobster because that's not my Maine. That's southern Maine. That's not me personally. But it had like lobsters, and it had barns, and said Maine. I'm trying to think of all it had on it. Pine cones, and it had all kinds of different things representing the state of Maine. And then the last time I looked, they had some that had like a pine cone or something. I can't remember what it was, actually. I will go check that out. I'm going to write that down. Joann and Maine. Thank you, Laura. Terry, I bought many yards of fabric from your Etsy friend Addicted. I am making dresses for a Dress a Girl Around the World. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing, Terry. We haven't seen any pictures of these dresses. I'd love to see them if you'd like to post some. And Wendy says online she buys by the bolt also. Good to know. Terry, mine has scrimp. And Doris says it's about 90 inches wide. Not sure of the top, off the top of my head, how long. I know I get it at least 60 microwave bowls out of it. Good to know. Wendy, that would be great. I just don't know how to get there. I go to Holton every 3 months for my doctor's appointment, which is right at Holton Regional. But I go every 3 months other than that. But I mean, I'm from there, but I don't get there often. But wouldn't that be nice, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, that would be great, Terry. That would be great. But yeah, see, if I could get to Holton, Wendy and I'd be posting pictures of what we bought. We definitely would. Hey, and we could hit the Martin. There must be a Martin's down there too, Wendy. They're all different. Courtney says it's been many years since I've been to Maine. Yeah. See, people don't realize how far up I really am, because I've had a few subscribers, two that I can think of off the top of my head, and I can't remember exact words, but one said, I'd love to take a drive up to Maine and we could go shopping together. And I said, well, that sounds really nice, but once you hit Maine, we're better than 5 hours up the state, you know, because we're not down along the coast. People think of Maine and they think of coasts and lobster, and that is Maine. We are not that Maine. We're way up. We're way up north, right near the Canadian border, and we're in Aroostook County, which I think by landmass is like the least populated county in the whole state, because it's a huge county, but the population is so small that, yeah. Anyway, I can't remember. It's been a long time since I was in school. Oh, that's the one, Laura. Okay, I will definitely check that out. Thank you. Can I hire you as my fabric scout? When you hit Maine, keep going. That's right. It's funny because when you're getting when you're on the I-95 and you're almost into Holton, there's this sign for UMFK, which is University of Maine at Fort Kent. It says UMFK left. But what they don't tell you is how far and how long once you take that left before you get to Fort Kent. It's a long, long way. I do live in potato country. I certainly do. Picked potatoes growing up, and I bet Wendy did too. School would get out every fall. You would start back to school for 3 weeks generally, right in the ballpark. And then when the farmers were ready, school would let out for 3, sometimes 4 weeks, depending on whether it rained, whether they got the crops in, and all the kids would go help bring in the harvest. And you got your little potato basket. They gave you tickets, which, like, let's say mine was number 42. Every time I would fill my basket, I'd pour it into a barrel, and when my barrel was full, you put your ticket on. And then a truck would come along and they'd roll the barrels of potatoes up onto the truck and take your ticket and put it in their pocket. And at the end of the week, they counted up your tickets and you got so much per barrel, which I think when I was a kid was like 40 cents. It wasn't a way to make a lot of money, but we bought our school clothes every year. That's how we did it. And then when you got to be 16 years old, you could work on the potato harvester. So the potato harvester would go along, pick up the potatoes, and it kind of like shakes them, so most of the leafy, the root part, whatever, came off, and you would just pick out rocks and potato tops and things like that. But now it's mostly gone, so that kids aren't picking anymore because it's all machinery now. Anyway, yeah. And it was hard work, but it was fun times. Anyone who picks potatoes has good stories because you were out there, your friends, maybe your cousins, whatever, you had a packed lunch, it was hard work, but it was good times. You go first thing in the morning before the sun was even up. They were picking you up. The farmer would pick you up, usually at a pickup. All the kids get in the back, you know. They wouldn't find that today, but we'd all get in the back of the pickup truck, and it usually had like a camper top on it to keep you warm because it was cold. So when you go, you've got your winter jacket, and you've got your gloves and your hat because it's frosty out in the morning. And then by afternoon, it's 65 degrees, so you've peeled off everything but your jeans and your t-shirt. So, but anyway, it was great times, a lot of good memories. Anyway, this has been going a little over an hour. I'm going to wrap it up now, guys. I want to thank everyone for hanging out with me today and sharing it all. I have already been working on Sunday's tutorial. Last week was a quick one. It was the jar openers, and I know a lot of people had wanted to make those. This week's isn't a long video or a long tutorial either. Well, hello, Francis from Ireland. You're just getting here in the nick of time. I'm getting ready to close up, but you can also watch on the replay. Thank you so much. Yes, Wendy, we are at the end of the earth, but isn't it a beautiful ending, huh? Lisa, wheat gleaned cornfields when farmers were done. Was that done in the potato fields? It most certainly was. Anything that was left behind, people could come pick, and they fed their families with it. It absolutely did. Okay, Terry, I will look forward to that. I will check that. Okay, everyone, I'm sorry I'm ending now, Francis, when you're just getting here, but I've been on for an hour and almost a half. Everybody's going to be tired of me yapping, so thank you guys so much. You guys are seriously the best. You are the best subscribers out there. I tell people that all the time. Thank you so much. Oh, Doris got shelf liner. You're ready to go. Okay, everyone, I will see you on Sunday, and then probably by midweek we're going to do Quilt Along block number 8. Take care, everyone. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me today here at Marie's Scrappy Creations. Remember